Before Keith starts, we're taking you through AI ghosts, fight hype, skyscraper love, Lego grief, CEO landmines.
What if you could talk to your deceased loved one? How would you feel about that? Well, listen, South Koreans, yeah, they're doing it. They're paying $390, Jimmy, to talk to AI video clones of their dead relatives.
Imagine FaceTiming Grandpa, then realizing the free trial probably ends during the emotional breakthrough.
So that's the question. Would you do it? Would you sit back and pay $390, call it $400, sit down and talk to your dead relative? Would you talk to the dead? Would you pull out your wallet? Would you put your Visa down?
$400 for Ghost FaceTime. My bank app would pop up like, "Are you sure, big guy?"
And would you say, "Hey, I got to talk to a dead loved one. I'd like to hear from you. You can post some stuff." And he posted a black and white taxi driver video yesterday with Robert De Niro.
The internet sees black and white De Niro and immediately becomes 12 detectives in pajama pants.
And there's a little bit, people all over the X and the internet are talking about it because they're wondering if he's maybe setting some messaging up that maybe the fight doesn't go his way as planned in 2 weeks, right? So it's like teasing the, are you guys skeptical? Are you, is my body going to cooperate? Is it going to work out? And is he planting seeds to manage the expectations of the fight?
That's not marketing. That's leaving breadcrumbs like Hansel with a pay-per-view contract.
Or, Johnny, is he doing what you talked about yesterday? Just being a brilliant marketer. At the end of the day, he's getting people talking about him, which, as you know, that's what generates bank at the box office, right?
Attention is currency, baby.
My attention account is overdrafted. I spent it arguing with a pasta recipe video.
Yeah, and he's doing a good job of that. And if there's anything that, as I've learned from you, I didn't realize, I was doing some research, as you said yesterday, the guy's done a wonderful job managing his likeness.
Well, you know what social media is? Is day trading attention.
So every bathroom scroll is basically Wall Street for people avoiding laundry.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what it is. That's 100% what it is. That's exactly what that is. Well said. A couple of people, Johnny, climbed to the top of the Empire State Building, and they're up just hanging out.
Most couples fight over where to eat. These two chose a building with weather.
Here they are. Now, these folks, actually, there was a Netflix video of them. Your kids might have saw it. Your kids might have actually...
Like you're on a fucking crane that's on top of it.
Brother, my niece filed a complaint just watching the screenshot.
Dude, they're right at the top. They're on the antenna. They're at the top of the antenna.
Is that a crane or an antenna?
That's the antenna. That's at the top of the antenna of the... So let me back it up. So they were featured in a Netflix special in 2024. They climbed, this is a couple. They climb these towers around the world, and they shoot video of themselves, like this crazy shit, right? Well, yesterday, they climbed the Empire State Building, and they proposed to each other.
Most people propose at dinner. These two picked a wind tunnel with legal consequences.
And right to the top of the tower, and they're standing at the top of the antenna, as you can see.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, exactly, brother. Yeah, with no string.
Fucking brother, he better have a good fucking hold on that pole. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I watched the special on Netflix about them, and I don't know.
That blue thing's an actual antenna. It looks like a crane. You know what I mean? That looks like a crane, brother. Like, are they building something else on?
I got to tell you something. I have a confession to make. February 21st, 2020 something, and I know Neiman. We all made it together, but you're the leader. Neiman's the leader. But the reality was, so guys, I got the call on a Friday. It was February 21st. I'll never forget it. And it was the old conversation going, hey, we're going that way, you're going that way. Well, man, I was lost.
That line hits every guy who said, "I'm fine," while reorganizing garage screws at midnight.
Yeah, I was absolutely lost. And I thought that my identity was the CEO of ICUC. I thought my identity was the founder of ICUC. I thought my identity was all of that. And all of a sudden I was, quote unquote, forced into retirement, if you want to call it that. And it sucked. And I'll tell you guys, for the first little while, what I did, I went to the Lego shop. Petro, I went to the Lego shop, man.
Lego is cheaper than therapy until you discover the Millennium Falcon has mortgage energy.
And I went to the Lego store in Polo Park, and I started buying and collecting Lego. It's funny because I took some pictures as I was getting to know Neiman over the last couple of years of all the Lego I built up in the craft room over there. But that's exactly what I did because I didn't know what my identity was. Right? And it was one of those things where, truthfully, maybe it was linked to the title, but also linked to the paycheck. And I'll talk about that because when you're rolling in some good cash every couple of weeks, you just kind of get used to that. And when it stops, four things stop. Yeah. Normally what happens with a lot of folks is, stress goes up, stress goes sideways because you're like, oh, now what? right? So I got to be honest, it was one of those things where it took some time to get through it. And I guess the question that, I'm throwing out there to all of you guys is, what's the version of you that exists when nobody's watching, paying or measuring?
That question is why men suddenly clean the garage like they're defusing a bomb.
And have you seen that guy recently? Are you the guy every single day? Are you the guy that is what is different, based on what your paycheck is or what your title is, right? Might be nothing at all. Every time I talk to people about CEOs, leaders, and companies showing up in live conversation, somebody eventually says the same thing. Well, Keith, what about compliance? It's pretty risky to go live. And usually they say it like they just found the flaw in the whole idea. What if the CEO says the wrong thing?
The second he said that, 6 lawyers appeared in a Slack channel named Please Stop Talking.
Jimmy, what if they say the wrong thing? Jimmy, what if they say something misleading? What if they say something that moves the market? What if they go off script? What if there's a moment in their conversation that creates nothing but risk? Listen, I understand the question. And as a matter of fact, I respect the question. Any serious company should be actually asking it. Public company CEO can't just wander into a live conversation and casually start talking about earnings, acquisitions, layoffs, guidance, undisclosed customer issues, or anything material that has not been properly communicated or disclosed. That is not transparency. That is not authenticity. That is actually just a problem. So we don't want to go there. But here's where I think the conversation is stuck. And I don't know if anybody has found the time to have it, which is why I am putting it on the table here today. And Neiman, this is a manifesto that we are going to build conversation, community, and a point of view around. Because most companies are still treating live conversations like the risk, when the bigger risk may be communication systems that they are already using. That's poking the bear. Yeah. Because we're now in a world where thought leadership can be ghostwritten. Executive posts can be manufactured. Video can be synthetic.
Want more chaos like this? Watch the previous episode. Full show is up next.
The mentor economy is wild.
You pay $25,000 for wisdom and somehow leave with a Zoom link, a catchphrase, and a guy with a 2017 win telling you to trust the process? Today, Dr. Jon is in the lab to help us ask the expensive question. Did you buy mentorship or just permission with a payment plan? Let's go, nation.
Good morning, nation. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Friends, your live morning show for real talk, motivating content, and big conversations. We got Jimmy on the buttons, we got Kai on the buttons, and of course, we got our very own producer, Neiman, out there making sure the words sound as good as I look this morning. We got Dwayne and Rico doing the fucking arm wrestle for who's going to own the baby boomer token. He is toothless and proud. His name, Matt Roof. Dr. Jon's the bullshit professor. Kai's the shit professor. Brianna, you're always teaching me, man, every single Tuesday. Nation, you will not find this kind of knowledge anywhere on the planet to start your day other than Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Friends. Boom. Hey, good morning, everybody. What's shaking, nation? It's Friday, July 3rd. You are in the lab, and today we're talking about the $25,000 lie. Yeah, you know the guy. You know the guy that got, oh, hey, what's going on over there? There's no camera over there, Jimmy. It was working earlier. Not sure where it went here this morning. Good morning, everybody. You know the guy who's the real one, not the made-up character, the guy who paid $25,000 to be in the mentorship program last year. You know the guy, the coaching guy. I got a coach. I'm paying $2,000 left. I'm sorry, I'm paying $2,000 a month, and I'm now got a coaching program. And you know what he left with? Some permission. Yeah, permission to keep doing the same soft version of the things he was already doing. Permission to call the hobby a business, permission to snooze, permission to do all the soft things that didn't move the needle for the last 3 years. Wow, that's what most mentors, I think, are selling right now. Not wisdom, they're selling permission. We're having that conversation and so much more this morning on the big show we call Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Friends with our very own Dr. Jon Petrocelli. He's joining us here. Good morning, good time. Yes, Charlie's in the lab this morning. Good to see you here today. This morning, hey guys, just a quick reminder, this is an R-rated experience. Sometimes it becomes X-rated. Yes, it does. So if you are a Gen Xer and you are one of us, because we are the group that we grew up, you're being told to sit down, shut up, and figure it out. Don't ask questions. Now, hey, remember, good time? Hey, but why, Dad? Because I said so. Hey, remember that one? Hey, there's a title for the show, Because I Said So. I heard that often from my folks, because I said so. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So listen, if your mentor makes you feel good every single call, you don't have a mentor. You got a therapist with a payment plan. So here's the challenge for the next 2 hours. When you hear a story today, Ruben, the Fanatics guy, the white party crowd, don't ask the question. No, so hey, today's a funny one, man. Michael Rubin did a big white party last night. And hold the flashlight. Why? Because I said so. Yes. Hey, my peptide journey started this morning. We're having that conversation today. I got them yesterday. I jabbed myself today. Yep, 2 needles. Boom, boom. I was like, what? That's it? That's it? That's it? Yeah. Why did you take the peptides, Keith? Because I said so. Yeah. Man, we got a lot of great stuff here today. I got a new segment. It's called Take a Stand. Yeah, oh, and it's a good one. It's a good one. So we get some words of wisdom. We got a wonderful ice cream machine just trending on the market there. We got something committed. We're talking about the folks that climbed the Empire State Building. We got some, we got some WTF. We got a bunch of great stuff, including Petro. Anderson's here. The whole gang is here. Hey, guess what, guys? The Morning Loop. Jimmy, it starts right now.
Good morning, nation. Did you know Sterling is a singer? Watch this man turn feelings into a hostage situation.
Daybreak on the open road, nothing quite like it.
Preston. You want that game? Nation, look how sentimental this man gets when nobody's watching.
Just breathe. Everything is gonna be okay.
That was private, brother. Chief went from team leader to FBI cloud storage with one screen share.
Last week, Jon got exposed in the ring. Then Chief put weed in his nose. Now we're one airplay mistake from shame. The scary part is, Chief didn't even hesitate. He laughed at our videos like he'd been waiting all week.
Nation, this is why you clean your camera roll. Not tomorrow, today. Before Chief starts producing evidence.
So let's see who gets exposed next. Melissa, Jimmy, protect your gallery, protect your pride. Let's start the morning loop.
All right. flummoxed. How the hell did the boys get in the lab? What? What is going on this morning? Hey, let's rewind that back. Sterling and Preston were in the lab. I do not know when they were in here. I do not know when they shot that segment. Guys, if you guys missed that, I invite you to go back. We might got to play it for John. What the hell was that? And then Sterling singing on the side of the highway? Yeah, that was some good stuff there, Jimmy. I love it. Hey, good morning, everybody. We got John Anderson joining us in a few minutes. At the bottom of the hour, we're going to get into some peptide conversation. Sorry if it bores you. Too bad, because it's interesting to me right now. I just started my journey this morning. Yeah, I stuck myself. I got onto Reddit. I got my goal stack started today. All right, let's get the show on the road. Coming up. Yeah, coming up. What's coming up? Take a stand. What do you mean? Well, I'm going to tease it. Hey, Michael Rubin. You guys know who Michael Rubin is? Some big dude. Yeah, some big, pretty prophetic, interesting, high-profile guy. He had a white party. And here's what's interesting is it kind of leads into today's show. We're talking with Petro today, the $25,000 lie, why most mentors sell permission. You're actually selling permission before you're selling anything else. Well, we're going to get into some trending topic about breaking down the actual business lesson buried under the trending outrage. Are we actually grinding on the wrong side of the business, or should we be paying for access to get to go hang out with some folks so we can move that needle ahead? Hey, Jimmy, let's get that thing running. The trending topic, it starts right now.
Ruben doesn't throw a party. He builds a billionaire petting zoo where jerseys become receipts of proximity. Exactly. Everyone else sells products. Ruben sells the room, then lets the famous people raise the damn valuation.
The internet called it elitist, which is adorable. That's like calling a Shark Tank not inclusive enough. So here's the question. Are you building a business or just polishing merch for a room you don't own?
Charlie says, maybe they broke the equipment. Charlie. Too soon? Hey, so I got some fixers coming to the house on Monday, and allegedly it might only be like a retraction thing inside the machine. So it may only be a couple $100, keep your fingers crossed, fix instead of a few $1,000 fix. Hey, so Michael Rubin didn't build Fanatics into a $31 billion business by selling licensed jerseys. No, he did it by selling access. Think about this. He built it by owning the room in every league, every team, and every athlete had to walk through. The product was the ticket to get in. The jerseys are just the receipt. And I'm thinking about this because we're hanging out with Petro later today to talk about this whole idea. You know, mentors, coaching, spending money. Are you actually spending money for permission, or are you spending money for access? Good morning, Rico. Good to see you. Hey, Rico, you notice our opener has gotten much quicker? It's been Rico inspired. Yeah, I shaved minutes off the opener because I'm like, fuck, man. Rico's like, Billis, get your show on the road, man. You're just fucking dilly-dallying out of the gates. I'm like, yeah, he's right. He's absolutely right. So we got the Rico opener these days. We're getting up, getting after, and getting the show on the road. You know who else was getting the show on the road? Was the folks climbing the Empire State Building. Yes, I'm not going to get to that one just yet there, Jimmy. We'll wait till Anderson shows up here this morning. But as we keep rock and roll, you know what we're going to do? So I was working on something yesterday on a brand new segment called Take a Stand. And I think it's going to go, so Take a Stand, it's kind of like the Daily Opinion. And I thought that we could have some fun with this one here on the Take a Stand segment. So, hey, Frankie, Tommy, I want you guys to set it up for me.
Right, listen. Today, pick a side is a landmine, natural or shaved. And everybody has got an opinion they will not say out loud.
Guys act brave online, then go quiet at home. Yeah, no.
So we are not doing the safe answer today. Keith, you are up. Pick a side. For real.
Hey, Jimmy, pick a side. Influenced by Jimmy. We got a brand new segment on the show here today called Pick a Side. Yeah. And here's the question, guys. Are there men that find hairy pussy attractive? I pride myself on having conversations others don't have. But hey, there's some strong engagement with this post that we found on the internet, which was internet. Yeah, we found this post, strong engagement. A lot of strong opinions on whether shaved or not shaved. So there's a big question today, guys. Are there men that find pussy attractive that's still bushy? I'm just going to throw it out there. So, and I know part of this whole segment is about me offering my opinion to this thing. So Take a Stand is a brand new segment on the show that we are going to drop every day before Anderson throws here. And, I'm going to, so listen, myself, I'm not a bush guy. No, I'm not a big fan of George Bush. I'm sorry. I didn't mind George Bush's politics. I like George Bush Jr. for sure, but not a Bushy guy. No, so my hand goes up on the non-Bush side of things. This is 70s Bush there, Charlie. That's exactly it. Yeah. So the reality is I'm on the no Bush side of the fence. Yeah, no Bush for me. So I like it smooth. I like it just nice and soft there. So no Bush for the handsome chief. Frankie, Tommy, where are you guys coming at?
That is a side.
Yeah.
That is a man with a position.
Right. Yeah.
That is not a mistake. That is a lifestyle.
Honesty is the turn on. Everything else is marketing. True story.
You picked a side. Now go defend it at dinner. Good luck, boss.
I got no problem defending that one, but hey, the male replies were quite split between those who prefer the natural hairy vulvas as mature and authentic versus those favoring the shaved, perceived for cleanliness. Yeah, so we're going to put that question on the table for Anderson when he shows up here a little bit later this morning. But there we go. Take a stand. Hey, Jimmy, I just realized we're going to want to have a little bit of an opener for the Take a Stand segment, so we can go boom, take a stand, and then we'll throw it to the boys. So Frankie, Tommy, thanks for working with me last night on that one. I was working with the boys last night, and they were quite convinced this is going to be a segment that's going to land pretty well. So coming up, I know we're going to bring Anderson into the equation as well. With this conversation. Take a stand every morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends is what we're going to rock and roll with here today. All right, let's get into some of the conversation topics. Hey, could you imagine sleeping and waking up? Well, let me back it up. So this is crazy story, man. Jimmy, what happened to this 11-year-old boy? Rabies? What? So this is a crazy story, man. Jimmy, let's roll it.
You ever wake up with a bat on your face? That's not camping. That's Dracula's shitty Airbnb check-in. The wild part. No bite, no panic, no doctor, just, well, that was weird. Then back to vacation.
If anything with wings kisses my mouth at 3 a.m., I'm not Googling symptoms. I'm burning the cabin down.
But this story turns fast. One tiny bat, no visible mark, and suddenly probably fine becomes every parent's nightmare.
Yeah. A medical case. Yeah, published this week details an 11-year-old Canadian boy just up the road from me, actually. He woke up in a cottage in Northern Ontario to find a bat resting across his nose and mouth. Yeah. He swatted it away. The father found no visible bite. The family did not seek any immediate treatment. Guys, 19 days later, the boy developed facial numbness, vomiting, fever, confusion, hallucination. He died 17 days later. Fucking mercy, man. And listen, I'm not here to make fun of death. No, not at all. That is actually absolutely horrible. But here's what's crazy, dudes. No bite, no visible bite, no alarm bells, and a dead kid 36 days later. Right, so I'm just saying to you, we go to a cabin, we go to an Airbnb somewhere you think it's safe, and you wake up and there's something on your nose, you swat it off and you're dead. Jesus, Murphy. And this, so this happened in almost a year, I guess, in 2024 up in Northern Ontario here, but it's the first rabies death in over 50 years. Man, what a sad story. So just got to put that one on the table for you guys. So hey, if you're sleeping somewhere in a cottage and you wake up with a bat on your nose, you might want to swat it off your face. All right, Johnny's making his way into the lab. I got to take a stand for Johnny. We got some conversation topics for the next 15, 20 minutes or so, and then we're gonna get some peptide conversation. And Petro's joining us at the top of the hour. Jimmy, let's bring the boy in. His name, John Anderson.
That was creative, though, dude. He hands me that thing, and you can see I'm puddled.
Well, so I'll tell you, you have no idea. I think there's something to do with maybe the exit when you're exiting later today, which is what has to do with what the boy wonder gave you. I'm suspecting. So, brother, how are you, man?
He gave me a flute.
Yeah, well, he gave you a horn of some sort. Yes, he did.
I don't think I'm going to be blowing your horn, buddy.
Hey, before we get too far into it, man, I dropped a story here this morning. Dude, an 11-year-old boy wakes up in Northern Ontario in a cabin back in 2024. He's got a bat resting on his nose, and he swats it off. Johnny, 36 days later, the kid's dead.
Yeah, I heard you talk about rabies. I don't know much about that stuff.
That's fucking crazy, man. First time in 50 years. Like, so it's like you and your kids are at the cabin. One of your kids wakes up, just swats it up. You're not thinking nothing, no visible marks, no symptoms.
I want to know more about the kid.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Fair question.
Because you know, I mean, you have
fair question.
If someone is not in, I'm not trying to say anything bad.
No, I understand.
But if someone that's not really stable in health can be knocked off a lot easier than someone that is stable.
Unbelievable, man. First rabies death in over 50 years.
Terrible, no doubt about it. But
yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess with my kids, I raised them to be robust.
Yes,
and,
yes.
So it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, it's the way I was too. You know, these are things that if I don't know. We every time we went to the cabin, we dealt with bats. We still deal with bats when we go to the cabin.
Really? Seriously?
Oh, fuck it, dude. They're all over the place.
Oh, yeah. So it's funny because Lauren saw one here in the backyard a couple nights ago. We don't have many bats around here. No, they're not really.
I grew up, they were all over the place. Sometimes they would fucking get in the house. You'd have to take like a fucking badminton racket, fucking swat them down.
Oh, no kidding. So kind of normal to you then. Just kind of like they're just there.
Yeah, I mean, bats are a very fucking common part of life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're fucking dirty too, man. They are dirty. They're dirty.
Most fucking wild animals are dirty. Fuck.
Yeah, most wild animals are dirty. Hey,
it's like deer. I think deer, these fucking beautiful deer, are fucking filthy.
Oh man!
But you're not eating the motherfuckers.
No.
You're not eating the fucking ticks on their skin. You're eating the fucking meat inside.
Yeah, no shit. Hey, Keith and John, this morning, speaking of dirty, speaking of clean. So listen, I've dropped a new segment here in the show called Take a Stand. It's like an opinion thing, and was working with Sterling, and I was working with Frankie and Tommy last night, and there's a question. So today's Take a Stand segment. Well, hey, listen, the boys want to throw it to you.
Okay, Keith, we caught it, and now Tommy is dying to weigh in.
Here is the thing, though. We are just the warm-up act this morning.
So we are tossing it over to you now. Take it away, John.
Take it away, John.
Yeah, so John, are there men that find hairy pussy attractive? We had the conversation today. I found some trending topics that there's a high, strong engagement over men that prefer whether bald pussy or hairy pussy. So I was working with the boys last night, and they're like, "Yeah, let's kick this off with Take a Stand: hairy or shaved." I chose the shaved.
Man, I mean, if we're talking about my, my regular vehicle, it's gonna take shaved. But don't think. I mean, you look in my garage, right? I got a vehicle that I drive. It's going to get driven this weekend.
Yes.
The last time it was driven before that was the fucking weekend before. That's a fucking big hairy pussy.
I love it.
That makes sense. But you got to think it's also it's like, okay. Haven't you ever looked like at a really, really fucking fat woman, fat girl, and thought, man, I would love to see what that thing looks like?
Oh no, I don't know.
Pull that fucking belly up. Let me have a look.
Pick a side with Keith and John this morning.
But it's just a curiosity thing.
It is just a curiosity. Is it just a curiosity thing? I don't know about that, but there we go.
Thank God I don't have the same. Well, I mean. I should say, thank God. I mean, I guess Sterling and Preston would be a little bummed that I say this, but I don't have these curiosity questions about males, only females and pussies.
I will say though that my first observations with like pornography and female genitalia back in the 70s and 80s was full on bush. like hair everywhere. Like we're just, so that's what the whole situation looks like.
It's like fucking bell-bottom jeans. Everybody.
Oh my God. And Johnny, and it was men and the women. So you'd see like a magazine picture and all you'd see is hair. There's fucking hair everywhere. You're like, is that what it all looks like? Hey, coming up in a number of minutes, we're going to dig into my peptide journey, guys. I kicked it off today, and Keith and Johnny are doing some coaching. Oh, baby, I'm fucking jacked today, man. I got a good sleep last night, and a medium sleep last night. I'm living longer today after my sleep last night, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hey, Johnny, so yesterday we talked about those guys that climbed to the top of the Empire State Tower. Well, listen, I want to close
that shit is all over social media.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Jimmy, run the clip so Keith and John can get into it.
2 Russians climbed the Empire State Building antenna to get engaged because apparently dinner reservations were too emotionally stable.
They're 1,400 feet up, no safety gear, holding a peace banner. That's not romance hair. That's a felony with cheekbones.
Most guys propose with a ring. This dude proposed with trespassing charges, burglary tools, and NYPD yelling, "Get down, Romeo!"
So here's the question. Is this legendary love or just 2 Netflix climbers speedrunning a prenup in handcuffs?
So you said something yesterday which got me digging. Got me digging, Johnny. You said to me, I wonder how much cash they're making on all this. How much do you think their net worth is? And I'm fucking serious. Because they're not just a couple of scrawnies that are like, oh, hey, let's go and climb.
Because most people think when we answer this question, I think, they caught this 15 minutes of fame. They made X. No. What did they do all the shit prior to, this 15 minutes of fame? All it did was fucking send everybody into their pipelines.
$30 million, Johnny.
Yeah. But you know what I mean about their pipelines? They had all of these nets set up.
100%.
All a stunt like this, people go pile into their fucking funnels and the cash registers start ringing.
How much do we want to guarantee, whether it was days, weeks, or months ago? There was a meeting probably in New York City with them, their lawyers. Okay, so the question would have been, we know it's illegal to climb to the top. What's the consequences and what's the risk to it? We know the risk is death, but if we don't fall, what's the risk? Okay, what are we going to get arrested with? Okay, well, it's going to be this. It's going to be this.
A misdemeanor of some sort.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, John. So here they got charged with burglary, reckless endangerment, criminal mischief, possession of burglars' tools, criminal tampering, criminal trespass, and disorderly conduct. So here's the thing.
They threw the book, but there's only so much you can do at that level.
Exactly correct, right? So you got a few bucks in the bank. You find a lawyer that's like, yeah, I can take this on for you. So at the end of the day, maybe you're under with one thing, you pay a fine, and there you go, right? So
yeah, I mean, you're fucking not even fucking lawyer. Just fucking pay the fine and you're done.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Just keeps you out of doing some time. Keeps you out of fucking jail for the weekend.
That's exactly it. And Charlie says, how did they get to the top without getting stopped? Well, I think so. I don't know, Charlie, if you've been to the top of the Empire State Tower before. I've been a couple times, and obviously there's access points. I'm just thinking Charlie probably climbed. They're like, okay, the door's closed. They fucking probably just walked around the edge and because I'm thinking they're climbing everywhere. So yeah. So, and I would not be surprised, Anderson, if we see a Netflix documentary part 2, which relates to this to kind of close the gap. But their goal is to climb all the big fucking buildings around the world. So they're going to go somewhere next, maybe the Burj or something. But
now they're on the radar. It gets bigger every time.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. Yeah, Charlie. So I would think. I got to think they probably just fandangled their side, and got themselves up there. Hey Jimmy, what do we got for committed this morning? I got something committed. Oh yeah, check this out.
Well, the other thing too. Give somebody 10 grand, he'll open 10 grand will open a lot of doors for you.
Oh, fucking right.
That fucking security guard at the top, you fucking hand him fucking 10 grand. He's like,
right.
Here's the fucking keys. I'm going home.
Absolutely. Yeah. I couldn't imagine. So we've both been in helicopters before, but imagine landing a helicopter on a moving ship. Check this out, man. This I got a cool little clip here that shows the ship is moving in one direction. I know I like his committed segments. I watch them with you, but watch this though. So moving one direction, and you gotta fall, you gotta hover and then land it.
I mean, that's the beauty of a helicopter,
Yeah, the vertical part, right? Just be able to settle down there on it. But and there you go.
Definitely a harder fucking deal, no question.
I would think so. Yeah.
Can you imagine if wind was fucking going one direction? I'm sure that boat probably, if it was really windy, he's probably going in the direction of the wind that the helicopter pilot wants.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I need you to turn this direction and go 5 miles for me. Let me find my way on that bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, is the whole house full here today, or is everybody here yet, or what?
Yeah, the studio is the only room that's not full at the moment, so it worked out perfect.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah. So I was asleep. Actually, middle daughter got here when I was awake, but everybody else got here like fucking way late, like hours after I was sleeping.
Oh, yeah. So, hey, I injected myself this morning. We're going to get into that conversation in a few minutes. But before we do that, buddy, the first human was just injected with a drug designed to reverse aging. Jimmy.
Some biotech lab just injected a human with age reversal therapy. Finally, a midlife crisis with FDA paperwork. They're reprogramming eye cells to act younger. Great, now even your retinas are getting a goddamn reboot before your knees. It uses a safety switch called doxycycline, which sounds comforting until you realize your eyeball now has an off button.
If this works, aging isn't inevitable. It's just a software bug. So let's talk about humanity's weirdest patch update.
Yeah, so they dosed the first human patient, Johnny, with something called ER100. A gene therapy that uses 3 factors delivered to epigenetically reprogram retina cells towards a younger state. So this is the first time they did this. And I guess what got me thinking about this, but was listening to you over the last week. I guess something you said was, we see these announcements, then you read the press release and you start looking for things that are inside of it, which is maybe where the ingredient is, or I don't want to say the drug, or there's something that. Like you read something within the headline, within the story, it's like, oh, so that's where we discovered, I don't know, C-Max or Epitalin. Like so I'm starting to read these things thinking, okay, there's maybe there's nothing today, but maybe in the future. Am I making sense what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, you're saying this is like the tip of the discovery.
That's it. Yeah. So maybe there's something in this that somebody wants to learn.
That's part of what's fun with this whole thing is just the number one sin in research is to close your mind.
Of course. Yeah.
So anytime something new comes, whether you like it or not, listen.
Yeah. No.
Maybe it's got nothing. I was going to say, as long as you don't fucking have the claimed fucking phrase of the no chief.
Hey, back to that story. Before that incident, the 11-year-old boy, Johnny, was completely healthy and had no previous medical conditions. Now, granted, we don't know the lifestyle.
Completely healthy that eats fucking fast food 3 times a week.
Yeah, so we don't know the lifestyle, right? We don't know the lifestyle of that, but according to
completely healthy nowadays is on 5 fucking medications.
Well, that's
so let's define completely. I think our definition of completely healthy is probably different than most.
That's fair. Yeah, that's absolutely fair comment. Hey, good morning, everybody. Coming to the bottom of the hour, myself and John Anderson on Mornings in the Live with Keith, John, and friends. Hey, Maya, what do you got for us this morning?
There's a room in your life you keep walking past. You know the one where the work actually lives. Not the meetings, not the noise, the real one.
Most people spend a decade circling that room.
10 years, just.
Circling. That's the cost of waiting.
So here's what you do. You hit subscribe. That's the door. That's the room. Every morning, we're in there together. Let's go.
I knew this was inevitable. What I'm going to share with you next, and whether this becomes big or not, but Tucker Carlson yesterday announced that he's starting a 3rd political party, Johnny.
The commentator just rage quit the orange-haired camp, like a cable news divorce dad discovering brunch has rules.
He says the system is 1 team and 2 jerseys. The leader's not in charge, and now he wants a 3rd party.
This is wild. The guy who sold the MAGA house is now outside yelling. This place is haunted as hell.
So let's talk about it. When the hype man turns witness for the prosecution, is the movement cracking or just monetizing the breakup?
So I'm not surprised by this, but there's a 3rd
no better time than to do it now.
100%. Yeah, 100%. It's it'll be interesting whether it works, whether it doesn't work. It's a lot of effort, a lot of money to make it happen. But you're right. if it's going to happen, that time's going to be now. Johnny, in this country where I reside, there is 3 political parties here. They're all quite useless. So I'm not sure if adding a 3rd one to your mix is going to make it any better. But it's funny because Laura and I were talking yesterday, man. Like Canada has just gone to shit. Oh my God, this has gone to shit. And Alberta is looking to separate. I love my country.
Dude, I remember when I very first went up there in like the late 90s.
Yeah,
very different than the last few times I went up.
Oh fuck, man! It is
first time it would have been fuck 20 years. First time versus the last time. I went, it was like 99 and 19.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
First one was 99. Last one was 19.
That is a long time.
Between like walking down the street in 99, it was like you were in an old Midwest town where everybody says hello.
Oh yeah, 100%.
The next fucking time I got in a fucking, well, it wasn't the last time, somewhere, midway through where things just start to change. I fucking bumped this guy just a little bit. I was shouldn't have fucking driving. It was pre-contest. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I should have.
Yes.
I just fucking was, reflexes slow, tired, fucking just bumped this guy a little bit. Just kissed him,
Yeah.
And the fucking guy gets out and it just straight up fucking goddamn, what do you call it when someone just holds you over the fucking fire? Like I was trying to pay him to like, let's not, he was like, oh, we're going to have to call the police. I'm like,
oh my God,
you fucking see a mark on your car. I got to compete in the morning. I'm fucking sit around here for 3 hours. And he knew exactly what was going on. He spotted me. He saw me in my fucking sweatsuit with my fucking name, sponsors all over it. He's like, I'm going to get some fucking money to get the guy $500 to get him to go away.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. And I was in a fucking rental car. Fucking front's got all sorts of goddamn little. I wasn't worried about my shit. His shit was like, and it was a Mercedes, but it was like this fucking hoopty Mercedes.
Nice impression of Canada.
Some guy he wasn't. He was like, I think he wasn't. He was an import. He wasn't.
Okay, yeah. Well said. Well, I'll tell you, man. Yeah. Good morning, Roofy. Johnny, Roofy, 1 year anniversary. Doing a morning show for 1 year, man. We talk about.
That's the best way, Roofer. Fucking A, because I'll tell you, not many people can do something every fucking day for a year.
You're bang on, man. And I was so proud of him. I saw a show this morning. He had a lot of emotion. It's a fucking journey, man. Because we both know. And we both know how many people don't do it and can't do it.
Well, and I'll be honest, Roof, I was pulling for you. I was sending positive vibes your fucking way the whole time, but there was a question mark. But it's not just you. I mean, I've questioned just about everybody that's come this way.
100%. I know you have, because we've talked privately. But Roofy just fucking, he shows up and.
It's the same, Roof. You're fucking A, brother. Get on this side of the fence, babe. Come on.
100%. Yeah. And I tell you, when I met him, you meet some people you just know character. I fucking knew the guy was going to do it. And I'm saying I knew it, but you just know. So there's times you can see somebody on their journey. You root, you give them a nudge.
It's fucking crazy. I agree with everything you're saying, brother.
Yeah.
So don't say no, please.
Yeah. No.
But it's like you meet someone and they're fucking great. And they have all of they check all these boxes, but they've never done something every day for any length of time, and that will fucking wear out even the best character.
Yes.
There's a big difference between someone that's got their shit together and someone that understands, the whole idea of fucking working in the dark.
When you know what, Anderson, what I really enjoyed about Roofy's journey, he didn't fucking spend hours and weeks and days saying, guess what? I'm going to do it. Oh, hey, Johnny, I'm starting next Monday. I'm going to do my morning show for a year. He didn't fucking spend any time like wanting, gonna, and didn't spend any time for the last year bitching about it. You know what he did? Just fucking showed up. The tough nights that I knew he had going, fuck, I got to do the morning. He just showed up.
Well, you know what he said? We were talking to him, but stuck out in my brain, which that's what told me, okay, he gets it. And I hope you're listening, Roof.
He is. Yeah, he's in the comments right now. Yeah.
But he's like, this has made me so much better.
Bingo. So you know what?
So when I heard him say that, I was like, okay, he fucking gets it.
Yep.
Because if it's making him better and he understands the value of that, this gets real fucking easy.
Oh man, that's exactly it. I watched him this morning and he had emotion, and I know that emotion came from that exact statement because only he could do that. Not Anderson, not Billis, nobody else. That's him fucking making a commitment, getting up in the morning, getting out of bed, and showing up every fucking day. And that's fucking hard. That's awesome.
As we talk about this, I'm starting to really understand some of my own, I don't know what you call it, fucking emotions, feelings, positions, all the above. It's almost like, how would I say? It's like, I want people to be able to do it.
I know.
But I don't believe until, and then they have to kind of prove that belief.
Yes.
There's no way to do it other than to do it. So Roof, I gotta say, brother, this is going for a year without fucking missing, brother. And I'm not saying that this is worth a lot, but that's in my book. You're a fucking G, brother.
Dude, I'm with you. I felt such pride in a fatherly, friendly, love way. I felt such pride today. I got up and I turned the show and I'm like, dude, he's fucking doing it, man. Because I know some of the struggles along the way. So, Roofy, a lot of love from us, brother. You are fucking kicking it. All right, we're gonna get to some peptides chat here in a number of minutes. But before we do that, I'm gonna call some loose ends. We were talking Lego.
I got a Roofer. We got to find a way out. We got to get me on your show. I'm gonna come fucking chat with you, buddy.
Well, there you go. Okay. Well, there you go.
Where he lines up with us, though, correct?
No, he's right before us. So you'll just jump in before him, and then you'll jump in with us. So yeah, you can do it, 100%.
Yeah, I'll just work it on a day where I don't train, and I'll just get on early. So Ruthless, text me, buddy. We'll work that out.
Awesome. So we were talking Lego yesterday, Johnny. I was talking to you about my love for Lego. Well, listen, I found something fun for us today. There's an F1 race going on in Miami, and Johnny, check this out, man. These fucking drivers got Lego cars. Jimmy, let's run it.
F1 drivers in Lego go-karts? Finally, rich men risking their lives in something my nephew rage built after breakfast.
Silverstone's expecting 565,000 fans to watch champions squeeze into brick buckets like Mario Kart got a trust fund.
Imagine Lewis Hamilton hitting a turn and hearing, "Congratulations, your front axle is now scattered across aisle 7.
But here's the question. Is this genius marketing, or has Formula One officially lost its damn mind?
Pretty cool. It's a stunt, admittedly.
This is nothing against any of my UK buddies or comrades, but the Gay brothers are so much more queer with that accent.
I know.
Unbelievable.
This is pretty cool, man. It's a pretty cool stunt, partnership marketing, but they built these Lego race cars,
That
Johnny.
is literally Legos.
Yeah.
Is it glued together?
I'm making some assumptions, right? Glued, or maybe they're like screwed or whatever, but they are Lego and probably some modified versions of the Lego, but that's pretty fucking cool. And the actual racing, like the actual drivers, John, are going to race them around the track. Like that's pretty
they fucking look like those are some fucking cool little deals. Looks a lot better than the little fucking thing I was riding.
Yeah, yes, it did. Absolutely.
Whether I got a flute or not.
All right, Johnny's going to do some coaching with Keith and some peptides in a few minutes, but I know how much Johnny loves my R2D2. I know that he's a big fan of ding, 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 ding. Well, Jensen Huang, I think Jensen, who's also the leader of NVIDIA.
When you make those sounds, that's when I have to turn around and go, it's okay, he's with me. But I only got a few of those for you, brother. Yeah. I can only push that button so many times before I'm going to get alienated also.
Keith and Johnny in public will be like, no, he's not with me, actually.
Well, now it's okay. You know, there's that far where you're younger. Even I didn't have the fucking status to say he's with me. I would have been left behind with you.
Well, Jensen Huang, the CEO and founder of NVIDIA, I think he's on my side with this one. Jimmy, let's run these words of wisdom.
With this technology in the near future.
Cleo, everything that moves will be robotic someday, and it will be soon. You know, the idea that we'll be pushing around a lawnmower is already kind of silly. You know, maybe people do it because it's fun, but there's no need to. And every car is going to be robotic. Humanoid robots, the technology necessary to make it possible is just around the corner. And so everything that moves will be robotic. And they'll learn how to be a robot in Omniverse Cosmos, and will generate all these physically plausible futures, and the robots will learn from them, and then they'll come into the physical world, and it's exactly the same. A future where you're just surrounded by robots is for certain, and I'm just excited about having my own R2D2. And of course, R2D2 wouldn't be quite the can that it is and roll
So the good
around.
news is, Jimmy, Johnny has his own R2D2 that he didn't even know. When Johnny came on my show a couple years back, little did he know that he was going to get his own R2D2 named the Hanson.
Yeah, but you're short circuiting, buddy. I got to send you back to the fucking factory. They wired you backwards or something.
All right, we're going to move into some peptide conversation in a couple of minutes here. The FDA says peptides like BP157 and TP500 lack evidence. We're going to have that chat in 2 minutes, and then we're going to do some coaching. Johnny's going to coach Keith on his journey. I'm going to share what happened this morning and how I got after it, and we're going to keep that going. But first of all, we're going to do this.
You watch 100 shows a week. You nod at half of them. You save none. Then you notice the good stuff never lasts. Bro, you're the guy who claps in his head. Nobody hears that. The algorithm doesn't hear that. The people making the thing, they don't hear it either.
So do the smallest thing. Hit like. One tap. That's the nod, but out loud. That's how this stays here tomorrow. Do it now.
All right, there we go, guys. Keith and Johnny here this morning on Mornings Live with Keith, Johnny. Friends, come subscribe to the channel, like the channel. We get up live 8 o'clock Eastern time. And this morning, I started my peptide journey. Super excited. They arrived yesterday. I texted Johnny and I started. And what I want to do now for the next number of minutes before Petro shows up is
you got that box. Show the fucking cool box.
Yeah, John's
more experience, baby.
John's going to coach me. So get into it. So I got them yesterday. What a wonderful packaging. So I want to show this off to you guys. So this showed up yesterday for me from Cellular Advantage. So that's from John's company. Fuck, wonderful packaging, Johnny. What a great customer experience. So it showed up like that, and then I'm going to.
Another part I like about it is it's got the little magnet that closes the box for you.
Yeah, I know. So if you guys would see my video, you'll have watched how the handsome chief took about 4 minutes trying to open the box because he couldn't figure out the fucking magnet on it. But other than that, Johnny, I was like trying
the only fucking person.
I was trying to push it through, and I was like, what the fuck? Why doesn't it open? And then I'm like, oh, it opens like that. What a wonderful experience. So it opens, it's got a nice, like, it's, you know what I like about it, guys? It's got a nice, the nice click. Like, listen to that. Oh, that's so nice. Like, such a fulfilling, like it's a, and then, so then you open it up. And it looks like that. Very, very slick. So you got your product inside there. So so in this box here, guys, I received what do I got here? I got some Epital one. We're going to talk about that this morning. We got a bunch of things. Actually, I got my list here. Let's do this here. So so this morning, Johnny, I started on my letter.
Just so everybody knows, we got Keith a bunch of stuff. Not that he's going to take us all at once. We're going to kind of layer it in.
Yeah.
So
let's get into that. Let's get into that. So I want to share. I want to talk my experience this morning, and then I want to ask you what's next. So, actually, my first of all question is, Johnny, should I be preparing my syringes in advance and putting them in the fridge, and then just getting up and taking them? Because I didn't. I took my syringe this morning, and then
it's totally up to you. You can. I mean, a lot of times, like everybody's different in the morning. You know, sometimes people get up in the morning and they're not as sharp. So they want to get all their everything set the night before. So all I got to do is just boom. It's already dosed out.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So there's no right or wrong to that. Whatever my routine works.
Yeah, just so long as you're clear enough mentally to make sure that you're finding the right dose on the needle.
Yeah. Which no problem at all. No problem at all. So
you're a morning guy.
100%. I've never inserted a syringe into myself ever in my entire life. Today I did it, and I was like, oh, like honest to God, brother. I was like, oh, like I was like, fuck that.
Because you don't really put the syringe in, you put the needle in.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just trying to use the correct terminology here. But I was taken aback at how fucking I was like,
you didn't even know it was over. Bam,
dude. But I really need to emphasize this for a second, because a guy who hates needles and was like the whole thing that maybe was part of my long research trying to walk myself up to that. But I did it today, and I was like, again, I was actually kind of embarrassed with. That's why I said to you with my text, I'm like, fuck, that's it. Like, I was like, that's it. I didn't even know I did it. Actually, I did not even know what happened to me.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, it's pretty. I mean, that little bitty needle is like a lot of times you literally don't feel it.
No, you don't actually. No. So, okay. So I got my powder. I got my bactostatic water, however you say it. I took my syringe. I loaded it up. They're in the fridge, so they're there. And then I got myself set up this morning. So I did my 5 units of Retta, and I did my 10 units of Glow. I think is what it was. Yeah. And
now,
so
real quick, if the Glow
creates
irritation, which we don't know yet, you'll know later today.
Okay.
Well, you could have already known, but you didn't mention it. So my guess is you probably won't have much of an issue. But some people tend to because it's the GHKCU is actually blue. So that can be irritating to some. So if for some reason, well, you'd know because it would itch, it would burn or something. If that's the case, what we do is you take your 10 units, pull it in, just like you did. Then you pull in 20 units of water out of the backwater bottle. So you dilute it. So but that's only if you have irritation.
Can you define irritate? So you did. Okay. So itching. So you mean, and you said
anything, well, like you didn't know it. I didn't tell you that on purpose, because if you say it ahead of time, people are like hyper.
Oh yeah. They look for it. Yeah. You're
like,
right. They look for it.
Like, fuck, man. About a few minutes later, that started to burn. Okay. Here's what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't have that problem.
Okay.
Sounds like you're not either.
No, I didn't even. No.
I mean, usually in the first 5 minutes, you would know.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Okay.
But on that level,
yes.
Very, very important for anybody in this world. Yes. You got to move those injection sites around. Don't put it in the same spot over and over. Let's just say that there's no peptide. You're just poking yourself with that needle.
Yes.
And you did it in the same spot repeatedly.
Yes.
That area is going to get fucked up.
Yes. Okay.
So just 4 inches of just every time 4 inches, just move 4 inches from the last one.
Okay. So like so just move around. Okay.
Yeah. But think like this. Yeah. Everybody seems to go in the stomach.
Yeah, that's right.
That's one place. You got your butt cheek. You got fucking upper. You can go anywhere we want to.
Yeah. So for me, I'll just be honest. So I leaned over today and so again, rightly, wrongly, alcohol swabbed it. As Lauren's like, good alcohol swab it. So I alcohol swabbed my spot, leaned over, I fucking pinched myself, went boom.
Give it a push.
Really? That was it. And then I moved to my left. I went alcohol swab, boom. And I was like, and then I texted you. I was like, fuck, that's it. Like I was literally, that's it.
Yeah. And so with the glow, you really, you don't really notice something like a lot of times people think they take it or a peptide in general, they take it and it's like a shot of tequila. Well, I don't feel anything. That's not the way this works.
No, I think
it's like telling your kid, go clean your room. 30 seconds later, it's not clean.
Yeah.
Well, kid some time to go clean his fucking room.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, I didn't expect to have.
Well, I'm just not saying you per se.
I know what you mean, though. Yeah.
But the glow, what will happen is you'll just start to notice, God damn, I don't have that sore spot anymore. My elbow feels better. Going up and down stairs, my knees don't ache. You might find Lauren go, shit, the bags under your eyes are tightening up. That type of stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
It would not surprise me if around your eyes starts to change a little bit.
Interesting. Okay.
That's where we, as elder males, that's where we usually show our age first.
Yes. Yeah. Well, let's go here then, because
your little bit of gray in your beard may start to go away too.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Yeah. Well, let's go here then, because we know we're trying to put factual research in self experiences on the table here. Well, at the same time, I also want to put science out there as well, because this week the FDA also stepped to the table and said something about what we are talking about. So I want to make sure we have equal sides of the conversation.
Half the gym is injecting alphabet soup peptides, and the FDA just said, congrats, your miracle vial has no damn receipts. BPC 157, TB 500, TBE MOTSC. Sounds less like health science and more like Elon named a litter of lab rats. The funniest part? Kennedy says he loves peptides, while FDA staff are basically yelling, sir, that's not evidence, that's a vibe.
So, are these recovery miracles, expensive gym bro holy water, or just steroids wearing a fake mustache? Let's get into it.
As we're talking peptides with Keith and Jon this morning, just a heads up, this is a research segment. I'm providing my experiences. Jon's providing his experiences while he's teaching me about his experiences.
Not medical advice.
Not medical advice, but we're going to segue to. So we know that the
actually, you know what, brother? I've got a perfect way for you to exercise your favorite word. Is this medical advice?
No.
There we go.
Well, listen, guys, on June 30th, the FDA released some documents ahead of a 2023 compounding advisory committee talking about these products. And there are so bottom line is there is still no human evidence that at least human scientific evidence in Petro. I'm being very specific about this because I have a lot of respect for you and what you do for a living, Petro. So there's still no scientific human evidence that says that BP157, MOTS-C, or the other one, KPV does anything. So that's the drug industry saying it does nothing. But then you have users and people like Jon, who's been on these products for many years, who says it does things. So again, it's up to yourself to determine, and I'm going to go through this experience myself. So Johnny, just comments on this.
Yeah, just for someone that doesn't understand. Yeah, a peptide is a messaging molecule. So basically what you're doing is these messages already exist. Yes. So you basically like the next one we're going to move for you is going to be the secretagogue. So tesamorelin, CJC, IPA. That's I'm going to have you start off with Tessa and IPA side by side. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So those two are going to the pituitary gland.
Okay.
They're saying, hey, you've got this fucking signal or this message to release growth hormone. You're doing a piss poor job. Please step it up.
Yeah.
So, from that being said, it's almost like the body reprogramming back to the concept is you're getting your body back to its original state of programming. Now, does it go all the way back? That's in question. But does the body handle things better when it's programmed properly? Well, it's like saying, does your computer handle its tasks when it's programmed properly? Of course it does.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Well said. I'll tell you something else that I want to put on the table here too, that I want to work to add value around. So I sent you a text last night because I wanted to know if you're okay talking about this, and you said sure.
Well, I actually know the dude that it was about.
Well, good because am I wrong to say that? So I've been watching his content and I'm finding myself engaged in listening to his stuff. Would you agree?
Are you talking about the guy he was profiling?
No,
the
himself,
guy who's the story.
The guy who's the story, Chase himself, the guy who was
Chase. Yeah, he's been in the peptide world for quite a while. He's been totally big on testing all sorts of shit.
Like somebody you would listen to.
Oh, his research is always helpful because he does a great job of documenting what he does, documenting what happened and what didn't happen. So it's anytime somebody is able to run a test where there's usable information, you're fucking silly not to listen.
So I want to tell you why really kind of my ears
or observe at least.
Yeah, well, my ears perked up, my eyes perked up when I saw his headline, which was 20 years of PED experience. Immediately, his credibility for me went through the fucking roof. Because he wasn't a overweight doctor sitting in a room telling me he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And I'm just putting that out there because you don't, because I mean this with love and respect, you can't understand how I feel about that because you've been in that world for a long time. And so me as somebody who's interested and curious about it, to know that you're okay talking about that, or a guy like Chase is, I now got all ears up because I'm actually listening to an expert. So when you talk about, I have tried growth hormone or I've been around the PED.
Well, growth hormone is actually a peptide.
Yeah, but my point though is that it's your credibility goes through the fucking roof, like through the roof. When that statement is made, you're like, yeah, I'm 20 years of doing this, so I am a science project. I don't know about anybody else out there. That holds more value to me than some Western medicine doctor. When I ask him about peptides, he's like, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. I'm like, okay. So, there's so that's why I asked you the question if you were, because I know that it's delicate for people. So thank you for saying that. Yeah, I'm okay talking about that kind of like growth hormone and PEDs in that world, because people still, I think it's more open than it is. You know as well as I do. It's more open today than it's ever been to talk about.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And like what that whole thing was about, it showed the difference in. I'm having a brain fart in his face now.
Well, the question was, does your face change? Like, does your body change? Like, so the question, guys, I threw to Johnny was, if you're on human growth hormone, like, does your face change? Like, do you actually change the appearance of your face?
Well, it's not just growth hormone. It's also androgens. There's a lot of things that go into it, but usually it comes from like heavy use.
Yes. Yeah.
Heavy.
I would love to keep having these conversations with you about that and about that industry and about all that as comfortable as you are, because that's fascinating to me. And again, as I keep on my journey of peptides and aging, I want to learn, and I'm fucking fascinated by it. I'll tell you what I don't want to learn. I want to learn where I can find this. Jimmy,
real quick, let's make a quick. We're
gonna keep going with this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just say let's just make a quick example for people. So let's talk. Let's compare heavy PED use.
Okay. Yeah.
To heavy alcohol use.
Yes.
You can see the guy that has been drinking hard every day for 10 years. You can see it in him.
Yes.
It just like
somebody who's on PED for 10 years. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you're doing something heavy and hard for a length of time, usually that's going to be hard on the body in some regard. You see it at some point.
That's a great analogy. That's a really good analogy. Absolutely. Yeah. We're going to keep going with peptides here because I want to learn about my next dosage. But before we do that, Johnny, I'm looking for this weekend. I got an epic spot here, man. Jimmy, let's run this, man. Check this out. Stoners everywhere will be obsessed. Cannabis ice cream machine, Johnny. Check this out, man. Just fucking load up. And
does that have the shit in there that messes you up?
Apparently so. Yeah. Apparently this is as an ice cream shop, and they serve up these cannabis flavored treats. So you can go in there and just fucking
dude.
Right?
Well, I mean, you get fucking that, you get the munchies, and you're in a place where it's just nonstop.
No, that's exactly it. Okay, let's go back to it. So Epitalon, we just say, so what am I going on next? What's next for me?
Next, I'm actually gonna text you the protocols.
Okay.
And just so everybody understands.
Yeah.
When, like, for example, when Keith received his package, he's like, where are the directions?
Yeah. I did.
Well, but just so everybody understands, from a peptide company, that's not okay to get directions. But from Jon Anderson Coaching Company, that's a different deal.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for teaching that to me, because I was like, I wondered if it was so it's funny because I know how obsessive you are with the customer experience. And I thought to myself, did somebody miss the gap there, right? So I sent the text, and then when you text me back, I was like, well, fuck, dull moment, because that makes sense to me.
It makes sense once I tell you, but up to that point, why would you think any different?
But you're right. You're absolutely correct. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. People often will buy something and they'll email, hey, I don't know how to use this. So I can flip them out. Either you can go to the academy or send a message to, Jon at Jon Anderson Coaching.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So my next protocol is, you're going to text it to me.
Tessa Moreland is coming at you as we speak.
Okay.
So you're going to do Tessa and you're going to do IPA.
Okay.
Side by side, meaning side by side, like together. That would be considered a stack.
Okay. Yeah. So So I need to be clear on terminology here. So I'm going to do them. When you say together, that means like same day, same moment.
It's a nighttime thing. Okay. And you can literally even put these two in the same pin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's the first one that just came through. And then I'm going to send you IPA. So when the bottle of IPA is over, then I'm going to send you directions for CJC. You'll go into CJC, but you'll keep the Tessa going. That makes sense?
Okay. Yes. Okay. So then will I start my Tessa today?
Tonight.
Okay, so I'll start.
You want to mix it, let it sit for a while.
Yeah, okay, so I'll mix it today. I'll start it tonight, my Tessa tonight, and then
Tessa and IPA.
Yeah, Tessa and IPA tonight. Okay, so I can choose to take 2 shots if I want. Take a Tessa shot and take an IPA shot. Correct? I could, or I can mix them together. Correct?
Yeah, meaning you just pull your 10 units of Tessa into the pin.
Yeah,
and go to your IPA bottle. Pull 5 in, because you're going to do 5 on that one.
Oh, then I have 15. Oh, okay.
15 and 1. So it just saves you 1 poke.
I see. Okay. Thank you for explaining that to me. Okay.
Did you get both of those?
Yeah, I got them both. Thank you. Okay. Awesome.
Baby. And that was, just so everybody knows, that was courtesy of Jon Anderson Coaching.
Anderson.
Not Cellular Advantage Labs.
Awesome. I thank you that. Okay. So I want to recap my head then, Johnny. Okay. So my mornings, I'm starting my mornings. Tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm crushing my Retta and I'm crushing my Glow. Okay.
Yep.
And then before I go to bed tonight, after my show here today, I'm gonna mix Tessa and mix EPA. And after the show tonight, before I go to bed, just before I hit the bed, I'm gonna stick myself with these 2 new products tonight.
Anywhere with an hour before.
Okay. Awesome. And then what would be next, or we don't want to go there just yet?
We're gonna settle this in, get kind of dialed in, because we're in different families. So Retta is its own family, right? Glow is in the so obviously Retta's got so many different benefits. It's longevity, it's weight loss, it's blah blah blah. Then we got the healers, which is the Glow.
Yes.
Now we're going into secretagogues, which is the growth hormones, the pituitary growth hormone system. Okay. So we're basically grabbing different systems.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
You know, like what people tend to do is end up taking too many peptides for a single system, or they're taking too much, or they're like, well, you know, is it okay to do 6 or 7 at once? Well, are you going by family, so to speak, by system?
Okay. Understood. Yeah. So there we go. We're talking peptides with Keith and Jon this morning on Mornings Live with Keith, Jon, and Friends. And I invite you, tune in daily. I don't know, Johnny. I don't know for a fact if there is a daily morning show happening in North America or in the world where a couple dudes are talking about peptides, teaching, learning, and actually in real time. Because, this show, this lifestyle, living lifestyle, it all works. So guys, if you guys are curious about joining the journey, start with us in the mornings, connect with Johnny, connect myself, and we can all do this together. All right, lifestyle tip hour 2. Petro's in the lab. Looks like he's taking a page from Anderson's closet, because looks like tank tops are in this morning.
Baby. Hey, we got to get me out of here shortly after we say hello to Petro.
Yeah. So
I'll do my tip, take a piss, come back, and give me 5 minutes, and I'm out.
100%. So we're going to spend a few minutes with Johnny, Jimmy, and then we're going to walk him out of the lab. And Keith and Petra, we're going to spend most of the time this morning. So, hey, guys, let's do a lifestyle tip hour 2 coming up next on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Friends.
All right. Here in the U.S., it's the 4th of July weekend. For many of you guys, if you're not in the U.S., maybe it's not. But either way, this tip can apply itself to any sort of a special occasion, a birthday, holidays, whatever. So, there's, barbecues, there's booze, there's food, there's all sorts of things that you may not have as a regular part of your daily rhythm. So the tip is this: you don't have to miss life. You don't have to lock yourself in the basement. You just have to make some sensible choices during these times, because it's not having, a beer or a few beers and eating sensibly that screws you up. It's having a couple of beers and eating like a glutton for a weekend. That's what screws you up. Here's the thing. Just make, like I said, sensible choices. But in these situations, really what I'm trying to get at is, don't let this be kind of a landslide situation. Don't have a little bit and let that turn into a lot, which a lot then usually turns into many days, sometimes weeks, and even months. And that's the tip. Enjoy sensibly this weekend, and it's over. And you're no harm, no foul. It's it's being a glutton that hurts you. It's letting it turn into a week that hurts you. It's letting it turn into a month that hurts you. So you understand, it doesn't have to be this thing that takes you way off track. Enjoy. Do it sensibly. But here's the real thing. Remember, these situations, not about the food, not about the booze. It's about the people. And focus on enjoying the people, not being a glutton, and you're going to be just fine. So that being said, enjoy your weekend, make some good, sensible choices, and have some fun. Rock and roll.
Breaking news. A severe storm is making its way through the city. Let's go to the live feed.
The third quarter projections appear solid. We must maintain this momentum. Sector 4 is taking on water. Membrane is breached.
Deploy the defender.
We don't just build roofs, we hold the line. We protect your business.
Welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and friends. Hour 2 is starting right now. We just wrapped up some peptide conversations, some fun news on the desk this morning. Some kid died of a rabies situation happening in Northern Ontario. Craziness. We talked about the Empire State Climb and so much more, as well as take a stand. Shaved or not shaved? Coming up next, the $25,000 lie. Why most mentors sell permission when they might be selling access. All that and so much more. Myself, Anderson, and the doc, Dr. Jon Petruccelli. All of it starts right now. Hour 2, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, Jon, and Jon.
Sterling, I saw a guy charging 25 grand for a mastermind. 25 grand for Zoom calls, vague frameworks, and the phrase unlock your next level.
That already smells like BS. But let's be fair, some mentorship is real. The question is, are they selling wisdom or just expensive permission?
Exactly, because a lot of men don't want advice. They want someone successful to say, your risky idea is genius, now pay me.
That's the trap. A real mentor challenges you. A fake mentor flatters your ambition, gives it a logo, and sends you an invoice.
So before you pay, ask, what results did the last group get? What failures shaped your advice? And what should I stop doing?
So before anybody swipes a card, let's slow down and ask the real question. Are you buying wisdom or just renting courage?
Have you noticed, hold on, Petra, have you noticed the Gay Brothers fucking signs have fucking underwear underneath them? You see that? 22.5 pair of fucking underwear. Earlier, they have those 3 filing boxes with fucking papers and shit. Underwear on the fucking... you see that shit? What are the fucking weirdos doing? Subliminal messages of some sort?
We're talking with Petruccelli this morning. We're going to get into the $25,000 lie.
Look at that. He's got his drawers on his shirt. Fucking
yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So we're gonna get into that after Anderson departs. We're gonna hang out with Anderson for a few minutes with myself and Petro. Petro, how are you, brother?
Excellent. Good to see you guys.
Yeah,
looking jacked, baby. Come
I
on.
know. Fuck, man. Tank Top Friday for Petruccelli today. I forgot I should put mine on too.
Well, yeah, man. It's hot as hell down here. It's like 100. Feels like 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's hot, eh? You got super heat, eh?
Yeah.
And Keith, we want to keep our audience, so keep your shirt on, please.
Brother, as I keep going on my journey with you, Anderson, the shirt's coming off, man. Give me a few months of fucking do some lifty heavy and get some good food in my body, and I'll be tarps off, brother, for sure. And I'll be saying to you, Jon, how come I'm not changing?
Yeah. Well, we got to get you in some fucking sun so that blue tint to your skin goes away.
Hey, Petro, what do you got going on this weekend, brother?
Oh, we got a big tennis tournament.
Oh, yeah.
In Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay.
In the heat. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot.
Outdoors?
Yep, outdoors. Clay.
Oh, boy.
Clay too. Yeah, it feels even hotter on the clay. You guys, did you have an estimate for the number of miles of the circumference of the Earth?
Yes, 378 miles.
How many?
378 million miles. Sorry, I forgot the last part.
300.
No,
there's circumference of the Earth in miles.
Yeah, but that's the round.
Yeah, you got to go completely around, even if you're at the equator.
Yes.
Yeah, your estimate is way over the top.
Like 378 million. Like so it's not 300. Like it's not 300 plus million. And I did not Google this at all. Like I did know.
Yeah. Well, good. You weren't allowed to Google.
No, I didn't. I did none of that. Honest to God, I was sitting back. Seriously, I was in the garage yesterday. Actually, Cheryl Whitaker will love this because I was sitting in the garage, took a picture, and apparently Dwayne Whitaker sits in the garage too. And Petro, I had a tennis ball in my hand, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, I knew I was having this conversation today, and I'm thinking, okay, so if the tennis ball's Earth, how fucking around is it?
Yeah, yeah.
So is that the right logic?
Yeah. So I was interested in how you might work this out mentally.
Well, that's how I did it.
Yeah, and that's what earlier this week I noted. Hey, remember the guys that you showed around the North Pole that traveled through all 24 of the time zones. All right. So how many time zones are there? There's 24 time zones.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
And you guys do some traveling, I'm sure. So how far would it be from, let's say, New York City to San Francisco?
About 4 hours on a plane is what I can tell you.
It's what, 8,000 miles, isn't it?
But how many time zones do you cross?
Oh, four.
There's actually three full time zones. So it's a three hour. Well,
okay, 3 hours. Yes.
You're gonna so each time zone, if you're at the equator, from one time zone to the next, is roughly 1,000 miles.
1,000?
About 1,000 miles. Yeah. The distance from like New York City to San Francisco would be pretty close to 3,000 miles.
Okay. Oh, so 1,000 per time zone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
and you got 24 of those.
24,000 miles.
Pretty good guess would be about 24. Yeah, it's technically, I think it's I had the number here. It's 24,900 miles. So, but the Earth does actually bulge a little bit in the center.
So what you're telling me that the circumference of the Earth is 24,000 miles?
It's 24,901 miles. Yeah.
Fuck, man, Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very interesting the way that he cracked this thing loose for sure. I was not coming at it from that position. That's for sure.
No, like I'm sitting here because Jimmy the equatorial circumference of Earth is approximately 24,900 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Yeah. And you already have this in your mind. You already have it, but it's whether or not you're going to search for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I didn't. No, because I wanted to be honest with my response here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my brothers, you guys are going to have to sit here and try to unlock the secrets to the Earth by yourselves because I've got to run.
So we got to have some fun with it because Jimmy, John, before you go, Jimmy.
Hey, John, before you go, I found a competition that looks stupid enough to be perfect for this show.
The video opens like somebody lost a bet, found a camera, and said, fuck it, let's make history. There's real athletic energy here, but also strong backyard barbecue after 4 drinks decision-making. And the best part? Everyone involved looks way too committed for something absolutely nobody's parents would brag about.
I'm not saying we should enter. I'm saying the professor needs a clipboard, Chief needs a whistle, and John needs liability insurance. Hey, John. Hey, Professor. Hey, Chief. This is a damn good competition to try before someone with common sense stops us.
So, Johnny,
all those fuckers look like they went to the same charter school together.
This is actually a horn competition. Look at this.
Yeah, again,
it's just ridiculous.
You look at it; they all look like they belong in the same fucking goddamn family. They all belong at the same table. That's the table I'm not sitting down at.
And I think they just live down the road from me. Anderson, lots of love, my brother. You enjoy your weekend, okay? I'll be texting you along the way.
Right on, my brothers. Have a good loop.
All right, Anderson's out of here. I'm left with the other John. Hey, Petra, I got to tell you something funny, man. So we're launching the Roofing Authority Network with John Kiesel, and I'm doing a show with him on the network, and it's going to be with Keith and John. Well, I got Keith and John with Keith and John Anderson. Well, so I got an offer for you. I'm thinking that we might want to start a vertical in the psychiatry business, and I can do Mornings Live with Keith and John Petrocelli. So I'm thinking, actually, I'm looking for vertical leaders in every industry in North America, and I'm just going to start a morning platform called Mornings Live with Keith and John. And every show is going to be a different vertical owner. So I got John Anderson in the peptide lifestyle place. I got John Kiesel in roofing. I got John Petrocelli in social sciences. Dude, I can just find every John and have a fucking inevitable morning platform. So I want to have some serious talk, some fun talk with you around. I want to talk mentorship. I want to talk masterminds. I want to talk. There's dudes and women. We spend gazillions of dollars on these programs, and Petra, they're kind of scammy. No, like they're scammy. Yet people just walk up and open up their wallets to them. Why?
Yeah. It's actually this is actually something that's pretty well documented. Very few people are looking at it, though. There's a really good book out that came out a couple of years ago called The Big Con. By Mariana Mazzucato and Rosie Collington. The subtitle is How the Consulting Industry Weakens Our Businesses.
Oh,
it's all about sort of how so many of the consumers of the consulting industry, they believe that much of the ballyhooed sort of claims that come from the coaching industry and the consulting industry, like, the best organizations have the best people, or financial incentives drive the company performance, strategy is destiny, or change or die, right? A lot of these are they're actually half truths. They may in many contexts they're half true, but the most of these practices, like as blanket strategies, they don't stand up to sound logic, and despite the vigorous claims of expensive consultants, they simply clash with the best of evidence. So you end up with a lot of these bullshit based beliefs, because people think that they're important, that they work, but there may also be a motivation. Sometimes it's just a checkbox. It's just a check. It's just something that my company needs to do for. We need to have consultants. We need to have famous people on our board. They don't need to really show up either, but we need to have people on the board because our investors expect to see smart people or experts on our board.
Societal expectations, right?
Yes. And so now where I think you do have a real benefit is if the consultants, if the coaches are going to ask you whether or not you are willing to experiment, whether or not you are willing to do anything different than what you are already doing, because most of the time people want confirmation.
Right.
And very similar to the counseling arena, sort of psychotherapy arena.
Yes.
A lot of times people get therapy to fix that person over there, or to fix him, or it's like, or to satisfy someone's desire, for them to get counseling. They're not actually willing to change, and that's what psychotherapy is about. It's about changing. Once people realize, this is about change, there tends to be a resistance.
I was going to say a reluctance to it, right?
A reluctance.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if I'm trying, as a client, I'm trying to convince you that what I'm already doing is right, is justified. That I'm not wrong in any way, to sort of maintain the values that the therapist is sort of nudging against. So oftentimes, yeah, it is really simply just to get sort of a cheerleader in your corner telling you that you're doing a good job.
And I guess in many ways, I am a walking example of this right now, because I just put some news on the table this morning. I've been talking about my peptide journey, and I called you out during it because the FDA said, okay, these things don't work. There's no scientific evidence that says they work. But yet I got my brother, who we both respect. We got Anderson, who's got 20 some odd years of PED experience, peptide, like an actual person who's been doing these products, right? So whether the proper scientific testing, that's not the debate right now, but I got the FDA saying, no, it doesn't work. And then I got myself going, well, no, but I want it to work because I got this coach telling me that it works, or other coaches out there, saying it works. So I guess in some ways, I'm not saying I'm suggesting I'm hypocritical, but I'm saying that I'm actually evidence of this, where I want to believe even the science, even when the science says it doesn't, but me as a human wants to believe. Am I presenting this properly to you, John? Like in that way?
I think so, but I would say that especially in the domain of medical science, even if you just take a look at what's published in the medical science, it is extremely complex and often very mixed, contradictory.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. I looked at just something as simple as aspartame. Like what are the effects of aspartame? Are there any benefits? Are there any harms? And I collected over 60 studies, and it seemed to be split, completely split.
And probably all conflicting in some way, right?
I couldn't get a straight answer. I mean, like even if you feed it in all of those articles, you feed them in the Claude. It does an excellent job of sort of sorting and categorizing and telling you which, what variables, how did the studies differ, what population, pre-existing things. And it still kind of comes down on sort of a 50-50. I mean, half of the studies go up there relative to a placebo. There's seems to be no effect. There's no harm. Others say, oh yeah, there's multiple harms. And so that's a very difficult domain to kind of make heads or tails out of what works, what doesn't.
And this is where I've been learning from you and through us hanging out together is exactly what you just said. Is that if there's 50 studies, there's 50 headlines in 50 science medical journals for shows like this that say, hey, aspartame says this. And then 3 weeks later, aspartame says this. And then that's why I said to Anderson this morning, because I found a fellow on X and I said in the thing last night, I said, Anderson, because I know it's a sensitive thing. I'm like, are you okay talking about this? He's like, yeah. Because the guy on X I found is like, yeah, I have 20 years of PED experience. I'm thinking, well, fuck, I'm going to listen to this guy. So again, I know you're about blind placebos and the proper testing. So let's put that on the table. I understand and respect that. If I got a doctor who doesn't understand much of that space, but I got some dude who's been injecting himself for 20 years with these things that I'm curious about, me as a human are probably paying more attention to that guy than somebody who Western society has suggested because he's got letters behind his name I should listen to. Do you follow me?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, the other thing medical science too, and what a doctor might prescribe, or not. You also have to put in perspective that pharmaceutical companies, once they have new drugs, line of drugs, with regard to the FDA, sort of guidelines, they only need a single study to show that it's more effective than a placebo.
Oh, really?
Now, it doesn't matter how many studies.
The bar's low.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be more effective than the other leading drug, and you have an unlimited number of studies that you can run. Yeah. And if I run 100 studies testing the same thing, same procedure, same population Well, usually statistically, I have a 5% chance, even if it does, there is no effect, just by chance alone.
Of course,
almost 5% chance of a study, showing a statistically significant difference. And then when you put that perspective on top of the fact that a lot of pharmaceutical companies will have doctors spend a weekend in Hawaii while they listen to the news.
Yes.
And so you get a lot of the social psychology and the obligations of doctors to prescribe these things that now they've been convinced that okay, this is the new leading drug, and this is better than the last one. That's what is often assumed, but that's rarely shown.
So when we see these mentor programs, these masterminds, they're actually not selling you anything special. They're just selling you what? Access. They're selling you a belief. Am I wrong, John? Like that's
absolutely. So I got something I was hoping to read to you. That comes from one of my favorite articles that hits right on the head on the beliefs. It's research done by David Lavari at Harvard Business School, and the paper was called "Tips from the Top."
Yeah.
Do the best performers, do they really give the best advice? Here's what they found. They said everyone knows that if you want to learn how to do something, you should get advice from people who do it well, right?
Yeah.
But is everyone right? And then they say in a series of studies with over 8,000 participants, adult participants, the adult participants, over 8,000 of them, they played a game, just a simple game. And after receiving performance advice from various previous participants.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, although the advice from the best performing advisors was no more beneficial than the advice from other advisors,
really,
participants believed that it had been. And they believed this despite the fact that they were told nothing about the advisor's performance. Why? That the best performers did not give better advice, but they did give more of it.
Really?
Yeah, and participants apparently mistook quantity for quality. And I said these studies suggest that performing and advising may often be unrelated skills in at least some domains, where people may overvalue advice from top performers, or again, consultants or coaches who put on this image that they've already cracked the code, they've already figured it out. In domains that are relatively simple, these I would say, if you want to know, like, okay, well, what lifting regimen is going to build muscle, or I think that's actually, that can be very complex, but I think relative to like what works in this business, under these circumstances, at this point in time with this market or whatever, is extremely complex. And relatively, it's like infinitely more complex.
Yes.
And there are a lot of ideas. There's certainly a lot of ideas, but rarely are these ideas actually tested. And until people stop treating ideas like gospel truth,
I'm just gonna as
opposed to something to test, it's like shooting craps.
Well, and then I'm thinking to myself that like a mentor, mastermind seller, they're probably some of the best salespeople too, Petro? Because and I know that's an air quoted term, but they're so convinced in their belief that they're convinced that their $25,000 product that they're selling you is going to change your life.
Yep.
Right. And they've done this. I'm thinking, I can see you nodding. They've done this so many times that they know how to convince you that it is right. Really, at the end of the day.
Yeah. Just simply some confidence, and maybe 5 or 6 of previous clients, testimonials or whatever.
Yes.
I mean, that's what they'll sell you on. But most of the,
yeah,
go ahead.
A visual Instagram account, like to show you that here's the Ferrari, here's the nice house, right? Yes, right. All that, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a thing.
Yes. Oh yeah. It's like, remember the Pursuit of Happiness?
Yes.
Movie with Will Smith.
Yes. Yes.
He assumes that the guy driving the Ferrari or whatever it was is like, the best thing, and he's got all of the answers. Who knows really? But most of the good ideas, I would say too, they don't really come from typically they don't come from the consultants or coaches. They actually come from frontliners, people within the
Good morning, Spartacus.
Within the business. There's 2 books. I love this one, The Idea-Driven Organization by Alan Robertson and Dean Schroeder.
Okay.
And The Innovator's Hypothesis by Michael Schrag, MIT business school professor. They basically find the same thing through their extensive studies, and that is that, like, all of the best ideas that are actually tested and then implemented, only 20% of them come from the C-suite.
I believe it. They all come from the field, eh? They come
from
the field.
And those are the people that are usually working with consultants maybe and coaches. The other 80% that actually drive the company, that are good ideas that actually drive the company, they come from people who with boots on the ground. They people who interact with customers, clients directly, and they know the market well, and that's where most of the good testable ideas come from, and then often implemented. It's not coming from consultants and coaches in most cases.
Hey, Petro, as we wrap up here with you, brother, do you think the word consultant is very dated in 2026, 27, 28, as the world, we have consultants in our pocket now with Claude and chat and everything? Like, does the term of that change? Does the meaning of that change? What's your POV on that, brother?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think, there's so much. There's so much that we would call that we wouldn't think of them as consultants. I have literally saved myself thousands of dollars just by taking a look at what's on YouTube to fix my car. And so I don't think of them as consultants, but I guess they are. But so that word is that word for me would pretty loose.
It's kind of scammy to me. I'm not scammy. I dislike the word.
Yeah, well, I think there is an assumption that if you're paying like an official, consultant, like expert, and you're paying $25,000 a month or whatever, that is the best. That's the best advice or the best investment that you can make for your company. But that's primarily based on a belief. That's a
well, and I would suggest to you, Petro, old school beliefs. You hire a consultant to then hire more consultants, or you hire a consultant to uncover problems that you have, but you just don't know how to get them. Or it's to check the boxing in corporate, right? Hey, Petro, I feel like we got some challenges here. You're the CEO, I'm the CEO. You're like, oh, Keith, I guess we should hire a consultant. So then we check the box, we hire the consultant, we tell our advisors, our investors, and then we, right? That's the playbook, isn't it, Petro?
Yeah, and there's also, it's funny too, like no one ever talks about their misses or their losses. The coaches, consultants only, they only put out on the table their hits. Their success stories.
Yes.
They don't want testimonials from the company that went bankrupt, a month after working with them. So So it's but I think there is that tendency too to think, okay, well this person was a former CEO of 3 companies or whatever. Like, okay, well let's take a look at how where the same. I think this one of the same CEOs that that worked with Domino's Pizza. I mean, if there's one company that you should have invested in, 16 years ago, 2010, early 2010, relative to Apple, Google, Ford Motor Company, GE, Toyota, all the big ones, was Domino's Pizza. You would have fared much better with Domino's Pizza.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. It's like within 10 years, I mean, their stock increased like well over like 4,500%, and they completely beat the others. But the CEO that was working with Domino's Pizza later went to Toys R Us. They assumed, well, he did such a fantastic job with Domino's Pizza. Well, we no longer have Toys R Us.
Lord and I were just having the conversation. There's no Toys R Us left anymore.
Yeah, and it's funny so then this former CEO, then he got into sports programs.
Yeah.
He was the athletic director.
Yeah.
At Michigan.
Yeah.
Right? And the students ran him out of town because he said, "Okay, a free Coke with your ticket to the game or whatever." And they ran out of Cokes, and the students were pissed. And so there's definitely, if you just look, you will find oftentimes just as many misses and losses as you will, the gains and successes. And that title alone, and the word consultant or the word CEO or president of this or that oftentimes carries so much, positive weight.
Yeah.
If you don't look, I don't think if you're not willing to really look at it and uncover what's really there, you may end up taking some pretty bad advice.
That's it. Well, we never get bad advice every Friday with our very own Dr. Jon Petrocelli, our resident bullshit professor. Big fan. Hey, Petro, you ever been to Santorini, Greece?
No, I want to. That's one of the places I'd like to live for, actually.
Well, before you go,
Did you know Santorini will tell your ass no if you're too heavy for the donkey? The rule is animal welfare, not hurt feelings. The cutoff is 220 pounds. That's because working donkeys aren't supposed to haul crazy loads up those steep island paths.
And this isn't just about weight. Heat, bad footing, long climbs, and nonstop tourist traffic can beat the hell out of those animals.
So the rule also pushes basics that should already be obvious. Rest breaks, water access, and humane treatment while they're working.
Translation, your vacation photo is not worth cooking a donkey on a staircase because you wanted a cute ride to the top.
Tiny Island, very clear message. Respect the animal carrying your lazy ass uphill. That's our today's Did You Know? Back to Keith and Jon.
Brother, before you go, make sure you're less than 220 pounds. You don't strike me as a 200-pound individual, but just make sure you're of the right weight to go.
Yeah, before riding donkeys, though. I think that would be a great place to live, though, because you're going to get you're going to get your 10,000 steps in.
Oh, dude, easily. Yeah. Petro, we went to Lamu Island in Kenya a few years back. So the island has no cars. It's just donkeys. So no cars, no vehicles, actually donkeys. So we were riding donkeys. My kids are riding donkeys, walking with donkeys, and that's it. And the whole economy on that island moves with donkeys. It's fascinating, brother. You'd appreciate it, actually. So yeah.
I'll actually be in Kenya the last 2 weeks of the month.
So, are you serious?
Yep. Make another trip. Yeah, last 2 weeks, but
dude, where are you going?
So good.
Go to Nairobi?
Probably all over, I think Mombasa and Nairobi.
Oh man, who's going? Are you the whole family going?
Yeah. We're making a big trip. We go every few years.
Yes. Wasn't your wife Kenyan?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So her family's there then.
Yeah, at least half of her family. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Extended families, like.
Oh, fuck, man. Okay, so you're not leaving. Oh, this is awesome. So you guys are. Where are you going?
So most of the time we'll be in Nairobi.
Okay. Yeah.
We have some business there too, and then we have then for fun I think we'll be in Mombasa.
Wow. So are you familiar with Lamu, like Lamu Island or Lamu?
That sounds familiar. Yeah. Is that more central?
No, it's actually down on the coast, like actually down on
Okay,
the.
okay, then that's not. I haven't been there. The only coastal I've been is Mombasa. So
Okay. I'll send you some. Actually, it's pretty fascinating, dude. It's
Okay.
it's even further off the beaten path, but a life-changing place, man. Like just. I'm envious now that you're going. I really enjoyed my experience in Kenya. Really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. We spent some time safaring on the with the Maasai down on the. Where we spent with the Maasai on the Mara, the Mara,
Masai Mara.
That's exactly. Yeah, we spent some time there. We spent some time at the Lua Rhinoceros Conservancy, and then we ended over in Lamu. Yeah, there is Jimmy. Yeah, exactly. So there's Lamu, and it is it is exceptional. It's you wouldn't know it's there unless somebody told you, actually.
Okay, and that's spelled LAMU.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lamu Island. Yeah, I'll send you some stuff. You guys would. It's I don't know, life changing, man. Just one of those places you go and you're like, wow, because it's so disconnected from what we're used to here. So, oh man, I'm envious. You going at the end of July then, eh?
Or the second half. Yeah, just second half of this month.
Awesome. Yeah.
But I will have my laptop, and I will.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get you from Kenya. I'm excited by that. Yeah, I can see some drafts behind you and shit. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did you meet your wife? Did you meet her here, or did you meet her over there?
Well, we met when I was in graduate school. I was in Indiana at the time.
Dude, that's fucking cool, man. That's really cool. That's really cool. Awesome. All right, Paul, thanks for hanging out with me. I had you overtime today. Lots of love from me to you. Have fun at the tennis tournament this weekend. Good luck to your daughter.
Will do.
I figured you were heading into Madison Square Garden for the Swift Kelsey wedding, but you're not, I guess. Eh?
No.
You weren't invited.
Yeah, I gave someone my tickets for that.
All right, Petro. I love you, brother. Have a good day. Okay.
I love you guys.
Take care, pal. All right. Petro's out of here, guys. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, my Lauren, my baby. We are living longer this morning. Yes, we are. I've got a little chip in my step. All right, Jim. I know I got the morning focus. And today's my focus is about my journey. I wanted to put it out there. I wanted to create some content about my journey into the world of peptides. And all that's going to happen in about 65 seconds or so, because yes, Jim, the bladder's calling. We'll see you guys in about a minute.
Before the noise, before the scroll, before the world starts asking for everything you've got, some people are already at work. Not for attention, not for applause, for clarity, for strength, for focus, for the discipline to meet the day on purpose. Different lives, different routines, same standard. And when that kind of intention comes together, it becomes more than a morning. It becomes a signal. Mornings in the lab. Different mornings, one signal.
Today, we're not chasing youth. We're asking how men carry age with strength, honesty, energy, and responsibility.
Strong aging isn't denying time. It's respecting it enough to protect our muscle, sharpen our mind, and lead our body.
We call it normal aging when we feel tired, stiff, foggy, and disconnected. Sometimes that's true. Sometimes we stop paying attention.
The cost shows up quietly. Less patience at home, less fire at work, and less capacity for the people counting on us.
This isn't vanity, it's stewardship. We can't keep asking life for more while giving our health less.
Peptides may open the conversation, but they don't carry the whole answer. Measurement, training, recovery, and honesty still matter.
The real question isn't whether we can feel 25 again. It's whether we're building the person we'll need later.
Keith's about to take us inside that decision. Not chasing youth, not selling shortcuts, building capacity. Morning begins here.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Preston. Hey, today I started my journey with peptides, not because I'm trying to be young again. What's that song with Jay-Z and Forever Young? Yeah, Forever Young. That ship has sailed, baby. I'm pretty proud of that because, I say to myself, I don't know if I'd want to be the 25 version of myself today. I'm actually quite happy with who I am today. And honestly, I don't want to go backward because I don't want to be 25 again. Nope. I don't want that ego, the chaos, the crazy decisions I made, the insecurity, the proving that the pretending I knew more than I did. Nope. I want to be this age. I'm actually happy with my age. Yeah. I'm happy with the experiences I've gained. I'm proud of the scars that I have. And I know, Shinku, you are as well. Spartacus, I know you are as well. And I'm proud with the perspective that I've gained over years. And I'm proud of all the wisdom that you can see in the gray on my face. But, you know, I want to carry it in a body that I can keep up with. And that is the real conversation that I want to have with you guys today. And listen, I know this is controversial to many. It's new. It's uncertain. People don't know much about it. And to me, the conversation is not about anti-aging. No, it's about strong aging. And to me, there's a difference. Because anti-aging sounds like we're running out of time. As a matter of fact, I think, I got a lot of time left. But strong aging means that we are respecting it. It means we're paying attention, guys. It means we're asking better questions. As Anderson would have teased me, I spend a lot of time doing my research, asking my own questions whether I wanted to step into the world of peptides. And yesterday, I did. And this morning, I started. Because I kept asking myself these questions. How do I protect my energy? How do I keep my muscle? How do I stay sharp? Jimmy, how do I recover? And how do I keep showing up for my kids, my work, my partner, my beautiful, beautiful partner? Love you, Lauren. My people, my purpose. How do I make the second half of my life not a decline, but a build? And to those of you guys that have been hanging out with me, Whitaker and Charlie and Maddie and Spartacus and Rico, that's where I am. And I'm not doing this because I'm looking for, I have found a magic trick. I know there are plenty of layers to all this, right? Sure, stick a syringe in me, but if I don't get my sleep, I don't eat my right food, it doesn't matter. And I'm not doing this because someone on the internet told me I should. And I'm not doing this because Anderson said, hey, what the fuck, man, you should do this. No, I'm here because I think men our age need to start having a more honest conversation about the body we're living in. And I realize the position I get to have with all of you on a daily basis as a peer, because too many of us, I think, wait. And I've been sharing my journey along the way, watching my license, looking at my license, looking at the counter, going, all right, I guess it's time to maybe consider some things. We wait until the pain is louder. Oh, fuck. That knee of mine's been sore for a long time. We wait until the blood work scares us. We wait until the energy is gone. We wait until we stop recognizing ourselves. We're like, oh my God, I don't recognize myself anymore. What has happened to me? And maybe that's where I was at in the last couple of months going, I've been putting so much blood, sweat, and tears into grading this Mornings in the Lab Authority network that maybe along the way I have stopped recognizing myself. We wait until the body forces the meeting with our own perspective. And you know what? I guess for me, I just got fucking tired of waiting. Because I want to participate. Maybe you do too. And maybe me sharing my journey with all of you might ask yourself the same questions I ask myself. Do you want to participate? Do you want to understand? Because I want to understand. Do you want to learn? I want to learn. I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I want to learn more. I'm curious more. I don't want to accept what has always been told of me for the last 50 years. I want to test. I want to measure. I want to take ownership. I want to take ownership because that word matters to me. Ownership, not obsession, ownership. You've heard me talk enough about vanity around here, vanity metrics, vanity views, vanity. Yeah, I want to be fucking hot, man. I want a six pack. I want to be jacked. I'm all about vanity. Not. No, this is not about vanity. It's not about panic. It's about ownership. Because aging, fuck, man, it's clear. It's coming either way. I look at my parents and I'm proud of how my parents have aged. If I can age like them or help myself aging in certain ways, maybe I can continue owning my aging. The question is, are we going to drift into the ownership of aging or are we going to train for it? So that's how I'm looking at this. I've trained for business my entire life. I trained for endurance on a daily basis. I've trained for pressure. I've trained for invention. Now I'm training for the man that I want to be at 60, the man that I want to be at 70, the man that I want to be at 80 and beyond. The man that I want to be for who I love the most, my pet, my Lauren. I don't want to be fragile. I don't want to be passive. I don't want to be checked out. I want to be fucking strong. I want to be useful. I want to be clear, present, alive. And maybe that's the part I want you, my peers, to hear. To all my friends out there, you know who you are. This isn't about looking younger. Fuck Jimmy. Who put this? Of course it's about looking younger. I want to be fucking younger. I want to look younger. Kidding. No. Is that the benefit? Do I start looking younger if I get some better sleep, get some better food, and keep eating good food and maybe find ways to have those peptides help me looking younger? No. This is about staying in the game. Yeah. Staying in the game. Staying in the game. It's funny, eh? Because athletes age. We all want to stay in the game. No, it's about being able to climb the stairs without pretending that I'm not winded. It's about being able to get on the floor with your kids or grandchildren and crawl and get back up without making a joke to hide the truth. It's about walking into a room with energy instead of apology. It's about walking into the bathroom over there during my morning focus break and let it all out in less than 60 seconds. It's about the capacity to lead your family, lead yourself, lead your business, and lead your future. That's the invitation. The invitation is not to the peptides conversation specifically. No, it's the invitation is to actually my path, not to anyone else's formula. Nope. The invitation is to wake up. Fucking right. Wake up. Don't hit snooze. Get curious. Stop treating and stop pretending your health, is like some background app running quietly until it crashes, and to stop outsourcing your vitality. No, the invitation is to stop pretending that you're tired, that you're inflamed, you're foggy, you're stiff, and you're disconnected is just, Jimmy, it's because I'm getting older. Really? Listen, maybe some of it is, but maybe some of it is neglect. Maybe some of it is an avoidance. Maybe it's just some of the cost of pretending that, here's those words again, those two words, Petro. I'm fine. You know what? I'm done pretending. I don't have all the answers. And no, fuck, man. I'm at the beginning of this entire journey. Day one, frankly. And I'm going to learn and share my experiences with all of you. I am going to learn out loud. I'm going to be honest about what I'm doing, what I'm noticing, what I'm questioning, what I get wrong, and what I still don't know, but I know this. I want to age strong. I want to be harder to kill. Yeah, that's the aggressive word I'm putting on the table today. I want to be harder to kill. Most importantly, I want to be easier to love. I want to be more useful, not less. No, I want my future self to look back and say, thank you. Thank you for taking that time in June to make the step. And thank you for starting when you did. So that's why I'm here today in front of all of you, expressing the way that I am. Not here to chase my youth. No, I'm here to build capacity, not trying to live forever. I'm just trying to live better. And if you're my age, you're my peer, you're near my age, or you're starting to feel that quiet little voice inside you saying, hey, mister, hey, missy, it's time to pay attention. Because maybe this is your nudge too. And the invitation is not to copy me. No. It's to lead yourself. Because the next version of you is probably already being built. Maybe this show is the way that you find it. Because the only question, my friend, is whether you are building that next version of yourself on purpose.
Happy first year anniversary, our OG in the network. Matthew Roof from Mornings in the Lab team.
Yes, the team showed up in the lab yesterday. Good job, you guys. Hey, Maddie, we put that together for you. Yeah, they all showed up in the lab last night, and I took the picture of them all here. So I've been playing along with you guys. I had the whole crew in the lab last night, and I sent some video over to Jimmy and Melissa and said, hey, let's put this together for Roofy. So congrats, Roofy, on that 1 year anniversary. Fuck, that is awesome, man. That is what it's all about. Showing the world how you get up and you get after it on a daily basis. So on behalf of the entire crew of the Mornings in the Lab Network, Roofy, I know your eyes are misty, brother. I know they're misty right now because I know you can feel the love coming from myself, from Jimmy, from Melissa, from Anderson, from Petro, from Good Time, from Shinku, from everybody who's been on you, behind you, and supporting you on your journey, Roofy. So, I know we do the show thing, but brother, as I've been telling you since day one, this has nothing to fucking do with the show, my friend. My brother, this has all to do with your own mirror. And that's why I'm so proud of you. Seriously, my friend, because I know what it's like. And not many people do know what this commitment is like. And hey, nobody also knows that nobody's making money doing this. Maddie's doing this because he believes. Maddie believes in himself. And Maddie believes in a vision that we are creating, but also in his own self. So, Roofy, proud of you, man. Proud of you getting after it. And hey, Roofy, here's the thing. Now that we got all the fucking love off the table, all right, it's time to step up again. Roofy, what the fuck, man? Year 2 starts now. So it's time to get back to work. We got 1 more year after it. So just because you got the 1 year under your belt, it doesn't mean you're done. Ding, 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 ding. I love you, Roofy. I really do, man. I know when we had you on that show and I said to Melissa and the gang, this guy's got fucking character. And there you are. So the whole team wished the guy in the Mornings in the Lab studio. Congratulations. Guys, that's the show here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed having it. If you missed the beginning, we started a brand new segment and it was called Take a Stand. And today's Take a Stand was shaved or not shaved? Yeah. So that's the question. As you're going through your day today, guys, ask yourself this. Are you taking a stand on shaved or not shaved? And then maybe you're going home and having the conversation with your partner. It doesn't matter what sex your partner is, whether it's shaved or not shaved. What's your preference? Frankie and Tommy, Keith and John, put it on the table. You guys know mine. What is yours? Guys, we're back at it Monday. I can't wait to see you all. Have a wonderful weekend. And remember what I said. I'm starting my peptide journey, but it's not about peptides. No, it's about aging strong. It's about making good choices, about getting to bed in good times, about eating good, healthy food. It's about the second half of our collective lights. Gens, sisters, have a good one, nation. We'll see you guys on Monday. I'm out of here.